Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Much appreciated to see you here on the live stream. You're here with the Crypto Lifer. Happy to see you guys here. Thank you so much for coming on in and sharing your most precious asset with me. We're going to go over the coins that we're looking at right off the bat. We're going to hit you with the weekly candle close for Bitcoin, and we're not going to waste any time on this Father's Day. In case you want to just get back to your, get back to maybe you're at a little party, maybe your family's loving on you guys, maybe you're getting some presents from the kids, maybe one of your kids is on the way over, coming on later, you never know. Whatever's happening in your life, I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope your family was awesome to you. And you know what? It's great to be a father. Great to be a father. Let's take a look at Telcoin right now. Running out of room, getting very, very tight. This is still an open trade. Risk to reward ratio is 11-1. Risk 14% to gain 162% for Telcoin. Deal with Nebraska. Okay? A deal to be a decentralized finance instrument that's regulatory, basically regulated by the federal government. Has legislation in place by Floyd, a senator. This thing is looking pretty hot right now with some bullish news, so I'm going to stick on that. Right now, it's staying at the bottom of the pennant. It's what we call in trading zone, running out of room. It's getting super tight inside of the pennant. Only a matter of time till it breaks to the upward downside. I'd like to see it break to the upside. Slight little inverse head and shoulder kind of starting down in here. We'll see what's going on for Telcoin running out of room. It's running out of room for sure, though. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, guys, and that is your time. Shout out to everyone for being yourself. Shout out to everyone for being who you gotta be. Shout out to Robbie G. Shout out to Stack McChange. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Much respect to you guys. Hope you had a good time with your family. If you're a father, much respect to all the Crypto Lifer fathers out there. Okay, so Telcoin right off the bat. I don't waste no time. I don't waste any of your time. I do not waste any of your time. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin right now on the weekly candle close. Bitcoin. And we're going to take a look at the Bitcoin weekly candle close. We're going to take a really close look at it too. Extremely close. Bitcoin on the weekly. Where are you, baby? Show me some love, Bitcoin. Show me some love on the weekly candle close. Michelle Moody, happy Father's Day. Thank you. Much respect. I appreciate that. Okay. Here we are with the weekly candle close. Some good and some bad news. Okay? And let's break it down. I like to zoom in really, really close and really look at this weekly candle. Okay? Here's the deal. We're super oversold on the weekly. This is the good news. Extremely oversold on the weekly. If we go down, there's just not much more downside to be had, in my opinion. If we do go down 20K, I mean, it's 15K, but I just don't see how we could, we're just extremely low on that weekly candle. Okay? We came so far down and we got bought up really hard. So here's the weekly candle we're going to go over. We're going to talk about the exact things that happen. And you can see this is the next candle. It will close in 6 days and 23 hours. Already a red candle starting on a downtrend. Okay. The weekly candle opened at $39,020.56. The high was $41,330. So the high was only $41,330. Remember, that high was $41,330. The low was $33,336. 3 4 threes and a 6. 0. No change. The high also was no change. 41,330 on the dot. Quite precarious. And the close was 35,616 cents. It is an 8% bang out on that candle. Shout out to Jordan Kudzio. Love you, man. Respect to you. Shout out to Ankokusi Butsu. Ankoku Kusibutsu. Happy Father's Day, Bradley. Shout out to Kiki Lau. Shout out to everyone here on the live. So, huge wick right there, bought up. Another huge wick, bought up. Okay, where is weekly support and resistance? We'll find out right now. 34,667. We break that. Bam. Our next level is right there at 33,000. We break that, it's 32,000. And what is it? Yeah, 32,260. Then we could, wick action. I'm not a fan of that. Next candle close, 26K. Level by level, 23K, 495. And then the yield, 19.5, 20K. 1989, $19,889. Anyway, so these are our levels for Bitcoin to be watching. Very, very closely. Levels in green for Bitcoin. I really want to see us hold these levels. So far, that's a low. We made a high. We made a higher high, broke down. We just need to make sure we don't make a lower low. So far, so good. That was not a lower low on the candle close. It was lower than the last 2 weeks, but not lower than this low candle here. You see? So more temporary resistance now here at about where we're about to face. 35,700 where our candle closed. 35,000. What was it? 600. 35,600. MACD running out of space, bearish momentum. Pushing on out on the weekly. Good sign, and we're extremely oversold on the stochastics RSI. We are pointing back down with a bearish cross, though. We had a bullish cross. Signs of hope that we were going to kind of get out. Now we're having another. But usually that kind of comes down. I believe that was our low. Second low, kind of making a bit of bullish divergence. And here we go. Then we're going to have resistance at 39,000 if we get so lucky. And then that's a gap up trade really fast. We break 39, highly likely we get back up to 45. 45 to 48, right? And then here it is, back to all-time highs. So everything in green are really the levels that we have to watch for Bitcoin. Either we break up or we break down. It depends. Just call him Anko. Shout out to Anko. I appreciate that. Okay, so these are our weekly calls for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the charts right now on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and look at your temporary ideas. I like what I see right now on the 1 hour, okay? I see strong bullish divergence. Swing down to swing down. Swing up to swing up. 9 out of 10 times, that will push and propel me up out of the pattern. That would have been a nice little trade had we seen it earlier today. 33,001 all the way up to 35. We did bounce off 33,174 today, about 8 hours ago. We bounced off of 33,000. Amazing. And we came back up to 34,000. Now we're getting rejected by the previous high. What else do I also see that could be kind of, we could have a shoulder here, a head, and another shoulder. Possible forming. But so far, so good. That is bullish divergence established. So 9 out of 10 times it comes at the end of a trend line, okay? At the end of a trend line. You're going to see the bullish divergence at the end of a trend line. Okay. So, if you're a pattern trader like myself, I guess you could say we came down, we came up, we came down, we came up. We're going to come down. Another pattern has begun to form for Bitcoin. 9 out of 10 times, the end is the end. But right now, Bitcoin is oversold on the 1 hour. So, could suggest more downside. Momentum on the 4 hour could push us to the upside. We're not done yet. And that daily coming down, but not down enough for the oversold region. We did get a huge wick here on the daily. All the way down, right? Because this daily candle closed also tonight, right? So the daily candle closed. Let's just take a look at the daily candle as well. And that's a bullish hammer. You see that? That's a bullish hammer. The price comes really high up into the price. Doji hammer. You want to Google what a doji hammer candlestick. You want to look at the different hammers that's going on, right? A hammer doji. A hammer doji reversal pattern, okay, is a bullish reversal candlestick pattern. Hammer doji is a type of bullish reversal candlestick that can be used in technical analysis. When candles of different shapes are arranged in a certain way on a chart, they can indicate the next price movement. They can either be bullish reversal or bearish reversal indications, together with chart patterns and other points of data to strategize the development. Candlestick patterns can give us more accurate signals of the next price action. Okay, this is the doji, a long leg doji, a dragonfly, and a gravestone doji. A doji by itself is neither bullish nor bearish, but when it comes after other candles, it can have a different and very powerful interpretation. I got 10 ETH. Should I keep it or convert it to Bitcoin? I cherish your advice. I would keep my 10 ETH. Convert it to Bitcoin later on. One of those interpretations is the hammer doji and is spotted when a dragonfly doji is followed by a strong bullish candlestick. See that hammer doji right there? And then boom. A hammer doji is a bullish reversal pattern that happens during a downtrend. And yes, so make some pips off a hammer doji. Live trading, you know, whatever. Anyway, but there's the hammer doji right there. Okay? It's a good sign when brought around other candles. You see it here. So I'd like to see some bullishness. Also, one of the largest wicks we've seen in a long time. Since here started us a little bit of a relief rally here, okay? You should check if it's 0.372 or note. Yo, MJ and Drew. Shout out to XRP Muser. What's good, Musa? There's an objective rule worth keeping. Close enough. So here's the deal for Bitcoin. Okay? Here's the call. I would long Bitcoin right here, despite what everyone thinks. Daily actually looks like it could be turning to the upside. Looking somewhat bullish here on the daily chart. 6.7% stop loss. 13% gain. Only a 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio. You could shave it up a little bit and get a 3-to-1 if you want to be risky with a 4%. I'd keep it a little lower at 5.4%. And this would be your trade for Bitcoin. So I'm giving you a trade for Bitcoin on the daily chart too. This should take about a week to play out. So this is a patient trade. This would be a patient swing trade on the daily chart. Okay? You would have to have patience for this trade. I would open the trade. Again, none of this is financial advice. Please don't do anything you see me do or say on this channel. It is all for speculative purposes only. Please do your own due diligence before getting into any trade or call, okay? Okay, now this is the idea for Bitcoin, in my humblest of opinions. And it's just because it's based on TA alone. My emotions are listening to the news and everyone's saying we're dumping and it's very bearish. My emotions are bearish, I'll be honest. But the chart says no. The chart says the daily may kind of start to make a move right now. And I've seen it before. And this is just simply pattern trading. I'm not really breaking any crazy rules here. So this is the call for Bitcoin right here on the daily chart. Let's see if we have a smaller, more temporal chart. Something going on. Interesting. 1 hour kind of made its move already. That was your positional strength to get in here at 33,000 on that low. Ride it up. It is making a bit of a flag. So what you could do right now is on the 1 hour, you could put it in a flag. To me, everything is about the pattern. That's how I begin my notion to trade. We should see it flag out a little more all the way until this can reset, which would be nice, right? Which I think would take it down a little bit to touch the 21-day moving average on the 1 hour. And could it ride the breakout of the previous local high on the left to about 38K? This would be an idea. You would watch it play out, right? kind of strong bullish divergence. Swing down to swing down here, swing up to swing up. That's a big divergence. Usually pushes the price up pretty good. It's also near the bottom of a pattern. I saw it right here. There's your divergence, and we push the price up. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this swing to this swing. Instead of brushing it over, I'm going to be nice enough to really give you gold. I'm going to give you trading gold at every step of the way here on these live streams. Because I truly believe I could not be here tomorrow to do this. You never know when you can not be here to help someone. Help someone every second you can, when you can, because you never know when you can again. Okay? You may not be here tomorrow to help somebody. Don't be so pompous to believe every day is guaranteed. So if every day is not guaranteed, then you probably should try to help someone every time you can, because you don't know when you can again. And helping someone's awesome, and it's a good thing to do, right? So there. That's why I was just showing. There's the bullish divergence right there at the bottom of the pattern. And that gave you what? Let's see what the move was. On the daily time frame, too. So had I seen this divergence and told you to get in on the divergence, and we might see a retrace down to this line actually here. We might get a bounce off of 34,697, 34,700 area. So you could look for a trade to get in. I'm not saying to get into the trade right now. What I'm saying is wait for it to come down a little bit on that 1 hour and then get into the trade. But I believe it's going, if that can happen, if you could keep a higher low, that would be your entry. Use this, you have to redraw the pattern that I did, number one. So you have to know how to draw your patterns. Hit this candle, hit these two candles, hit this candle, hit that candle, boom, right? And then you have to understand you're playing from the divergence up to the top of the pattern. That's it. Nothing crazy, nothing new. Just traditional trading here. And stick to the basics. Don't go crazy. All right? Daily time frame. Maybe acting bullish here, showing some signs of bullishness. As you can see, this could be a bigger pattern at play. It is a rising wedge in some instances of the game. We could make it all the way to the top and still tank back down to 26K, which would be crazy. So it's fun. I could be bullish all the way up to 38K and still overall back down here and still. What was today? What was today?
Today's Sunday. Father's Day.
Yeah. I woke up this morning and the first thing that happened was I heard a voice, right, from my most lovely daughter in the whole world. The greatest thing in my life, actually. The greatest person in my whole life. Aren't you? Mm-hmm. And she said, hey, I have a present for you. And she handed me an envelope. And it was a card, and it said, Daddy, I love you. Want to go get it? You know where it is?
Oh, yeah.
Did I leave it right there?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
And she gave me a card right off the bat, and I cried my eyes out, man, because my daughter's so sweet, man, so good to me. And cherish your children, man. They're the greatest things on earth. Like, it is Father's Day today, and it's a day where we should look back as fathers and look at what all we do for our families and how much we provide for our families. And, you know, what we do to help our families. And it's a rewarding day. If you've been doing the right thing as a dad, it should be the most rewarding day.
I chose this card because your favorite color is green.
My favorite color is green. And she knows I love to grow yellow flowers. And says, I love you, Summer. I love you, Dad. Thanks, honey.
Whoa, what's that green thing?
Nothing. All right, ready?
What?
I want you to go to sleep, and I love you so much, okay?
Okay.
Have a great night.
Good night.
Good night, sweetheart.
Something to tell you. Catherine texted Mommy a few minutes ago that maybe one night
All right, go. Okay, go to sleep, honey. Okay. Sorry about that. Just had to be a dad, man. She's the best, man. She's the best. I like turtles. Happy Father's Day, brother. Shout out to Tony. Yay! Full moon in a few nights. Don't forget to hit those likes. Yo, we get the full moon pump, man. Remember how you said Bitcoin dumps on the 20th of every month? If you follow the trend for the past year based on where we are today on the Bitcoin downtrend has changed. Interesting. Okay, so I feel like we've done Bitcoin pretty nicely. Let's make sure we've covered it. Here's the weekly candle close, right? Much love and respect to all the dads out there. Higher frequency. Thank you, Sam. What's that big green thing, bro? It was just a giant candle. It's so funny, man. So check it out. This guy's so stupid, man. So stupid, man. Okay, so throwing me off. You're throwing me off. What do you guys think of Josh Soul's interview last night? I thought it was the greatest piece of content I've ever seen on YouTube in my life. Some of the most entertaining piece. I thought it was amazing. I watched some of it back a little bit. It was hilarious. Happy Father's Day. Shout out to Farmer D, man. Thank you. Much respect to you, my friend. Hop in and hop out. Yo, I hopped right out as fast as I could, man. How is Hup doing? We'll take a look. Everything crashes when it all goes down, you know. Okay, Saturday Night Lifers. I think it's Sunday night, man. Oh, no, yeah, Saturday Night Lifers. Yeah. Dope, y'all together is magic. It was a good time. So open up a daily trade for Bitcoin. Finally, the daily getting some love. Flattening out here. We could see a move for the daily. We really could. I don't love it because it still spells we could come out and then have to reset yet again. But anything is good for Bitcoin to kind of get through this moment. To kind of just keep trucking along. We're getting a higher high here. We're setting up for a relief rally for Monday, Tuesday. All right. And we said that. Remember when I was looking at the 4 hour? We needed to reset up here. It's going to take a few days and then come back down, at least get a bit of a pump. Only thing I don't see is, stochastics moved up and we didn't get much of a movement. So we'll watch, but there you have it, right? Here's the idea, 15-minute looking ready to rock. Could this flag break to the upside? So you could wait for this to come down a little bit. When this starts to switch on out, you could try to trot along the 15-minute. This would be a scalp. Bottom of the pattern, just to the target, 8% gains. Stop loss near the previous low. Right about here, 1.1%. You can even go as low as 2% on the stop loss. To try to gain 8, that's a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. This actually might end up being a pretty good trade. You got other bullishness in your time frames. You're sitting off of bullish divergence as well. That's your first flag off of the bullish divergence. So, I left this live for yours. Love both, but I dig yours. LOL more. Do you follow Jordan? Yeah, Jordan's funny, man. He's a cool guy. He's one of the only few people that streams a lot like me. And he's pretty real. But, I mean, his information, his stream does not, his pace, I could teach him how to keep his pace going a little bit, I think. I think pacing is key. For me personally, it's just how I am, though. I'm a fast-paced guy. I like to keep the pace. The second it's kind of stale, I feel it. As much as the viewer feels it, I don't like it. I want to keep it moving, Look at basic attention token. Look what we see happening here. Look what I spy with my little eye. A shoulder, a head, and a possible right shoulder forming here. We're getting a swing up here on the 30-minute as well. We could throw in a neckline. This is the best music. Progressive house, I found, is my favorite music. That's just what it is. It's progressive house or it's not. All day long, baby. Okay, I left his live. Yeah, I want to know how he got so many gosh damn people, though. How did he get freaking thousands of people? I don't want to say does he pay for them, because he doesn't seem like the guy that does, but I actually have more patrons than him, though. So he has 40,000 subscribers, but I out Patreon him, which is interesting. So my damn near 10,000 subs, I'll Patreon his 40,000 subs. And he gets thousands of views a night. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I tried to figure that one out, and I couldn't. Okay, so. Hey, someone says he's trash. That's their opinion, I guess. Come on, man. Let's get them likes up to the viewers. Don't go off to other YouTubers. Tyler Hughes. So this is what I'm looking at right here. Basic attention token. Okay. He doesn't have the radio voice, though. Like, does he have the voice? I mean, half of the TA is the voice, right? I mean, you got to have the voice. You got to have the attitude. You got to have the feeling. You got to have the vibe. You got to have the... And then you got to have the know-how. And then you got to be good at TA. And you have to have the trades to back it up, right? So, I don't think he does live trades as much. I don't think he... Who knows, though? Shout out to people that... Shout out to him, man. Shout out to... Just love to everyone on Earth, man. Just respect and love to everybody. I'm in such a good high-frequency place lately that it's just like... I'm just feeling good vibes for everyone, man. Even the people that hate on me. Good vibes for them, man. Good vibes to the haters. Shout out to all my haters, man. If I even have any. I don't even think I have any. But if I do, shout out to you guys. So shoulder, head, and another shoulder here. Also, so we're looking at the shoulder. We're going to look at total too. So we're going to do a deep dive into total as well right now. It's important. It is what it is. Could be in a diamond pattern that's going to break to the downside. That's possible. You see this? What I'm, just something I was looking at. Not saying it's a guarantee. This could also be a shoulder head and a shoulder action. But we're riding the 200. You can see we are riding that 200. And we are oversold on that daily. We are oversold on that weekly. On the weekly. On the what? On the weekly. The wheat. The wheatly. Now look at this. If I go to this low, swing up to swing up. And I go swing down to swing down. That is hidden bullish divergence. Tells me that the trend will continue to the upside. This is a very good sign for total on the weekly. I'm telling you right now. Extremely oversold and hidden bullish divergence tells you that the next leg up is coming. I think we may be surprised. It may be faster than we realize here. I may be onto something before other YouTubers. How long does it take for the weekly to kind of play out, though? A month and a half. It could be August, September, before we are really fully starting to make our move up out of this, and the weekly starts to really push up in a bullish way. But even then, we could still continue to the upside in an amazing way. So look how long this run ran. This run ran when we crossed bullish here and started to make a move. 1, 2, 3. Let's check the weeks. How many weeks did total run? 210 days, baby. 30 bars, 30 weeks, man. A 30-week run. It started in October the 5th, and we ran all the way to May. I mean, a 30-week run. That's damn near a year. That's a little over half a year. 40K subs for TA of Bitcoin. Jordan is so overrated. Yo, Lifer, here you are. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Wook Chewy. Did you get a Chewy today? That's the question. I'd love to hear your thoughts on his idea. It looks like it may play out that way. Jane Doe. I see one comment, and I don't see your first comment, Jane. Tyler Hoods, bro. This is the Lifers channel. I love your thoughts on his idea. It looks like it may play out that way. I don't know whose idea you're talking about. Yeah, but Tony Yee kind of ticked me off saying he loved Jordan. Yes, sir. Chewy here. Chewy, have you ever gotten a Chewy before? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Flash loan. Should be a good dip on the Polygon. Polydex.fi. Flash loan. Dip buy. I stay away from those. But you never know. We'll come back to that later, but I don't like that. I don't like that. Someone just sending in an idea. I'm not a huge fan of that idea. Jeju Doge still struggling. Can it break on out and break up to the new all-time high? Can you Jeju Doge for me? We did get the nice bounce right there off the 706 Fibonacci or 786 Fibonacci. Nice retracement. I mean, a little deeper than you want, but so far so good, I guess. I guess. But it looks like every other coin that pumped. You get out here and you move on. You want to get out here and move on of most of these coins. What's your thoughts on AGIX and AGI? I think it's hot. It's all good, man. Everyone has their own thoughts. Yeah, let's make a new moon, no moon coin. Yeah, no moon. Chewy is short for Chewbacca. What would be the ticker symbol for that? Oxen private currency on KuCoin. Seems like a decent project. I even like the name, Oxen. Yeah, I got some Oxen in the back. They work for me. Let me check out Oxen on CoinGecko. SafeMoon holding 400 actually, showing signs of bullishness, which is interesting. How about Polkadog? We sold at 69 on Polkadog. It bounced down to 41. Wow, it went all the way to 16. Good thing we sold Polkadog on the exact high. I mean, I think it went a little higher. 70, I sold at 61, man, on this, like one of these pumps right here. Right there before that little dip. And this thing went all the way to 16. That's why you sell. I even put the sell out for all my subscribers. I'm selling Polkadog here. I said, had you listened to me, you would have 10 extra money on Polkadog. You would have got in with me on the live stream, and you would have got out when I told you to get out. Can you do a video on how to paper trade on TradingView? Nah, you just got to watch me and learn how to paper trade, man. I guess I might do a review on paper trade. I've never really paper traded. It was a recent video posted by Bitcoin Family on YouTube. Take a look at it. His chart makes sense. I think you'd agree. Conquer trading and investing is way better. Okay, so hidden bullish divergence on total on the weekly. Weekly support right there. Really, really strong at about 1.37 trillion. We're holding 1.45 trillion. We come back to support here at 1 trillion. We break 1 trillion. A little bit of support at 875 billion. And the market's collapsing. We get back to $692 billion. So my idea here is we got as high as what? $2.56 trillion. We made a what? Rising wedge on the weekly. Said we should break. Once we broke down to the downside, we hit our measured move and bounced off previous support at 137. We would bounce off here and get rejected by previous support, which becomes resistance at about 1.7 trill. We would come down, and now we're bouncing in between 1.4 trillion, 1.35 trillion, and $1.7 trillion. Okay. Now, what we need to see is moving averages start to move up. We need some bullish signs on the daily as well. Daily is getting oversold, telling us that this long fiasco here, which started around here, we kind of made our move up and got no momentum at all, which is not a good sign. When the stochastics go up on the daily and you get flatline, not a good sign. But then we went down sharp and we went flatline too. So we went flatline up, we went flatline down. We are running out of room. That's telling me something is brewing. A big move is coming in the next 48 hours, maybe even less. It might be tomorrow night, Monday night. Something is brewing. A big move is pumping, and it's pumping hard, my friends. A giant move is pumping, and it's pumping hard. So, put this on the radar. Watch it closely. This is for total on the daily time frame. Oversold on the daily time frame. We could see a double bottom here, which is fine. The double bottom would make complete sense. Let me show you why. We went up, we went down, we went up, we went down. They're toying with the total market cap now. We went up, we went down, weak break up. Get back to the all-time high, 2.56 trillion, right? Or could we break to the downside? If we break to the downside, we're looking at $1 trillion market cap. Where is that money going to go? Hide into money? It could hide in the dollar while they pump. So we could see this double bottom here, which would make this actually do the same thing. So look for this. I'm kind of setting you up. This is total, the entire market cap of all the cryptocurrencies put together, right? This is what you really want to look at. This is very interesting to see. I always talk about if the 200-day moving average is moving through the bottom of the pattern, it's a very bullish sign. And we see that right now. I also said to get out of the trade is when these get really wide. To scale back in is when they get close. It looks like if this consolidates in the way it's going, the moving average is going to get tight again, just like this. And we're going to see a recreation of what we're seeing back here. Let's take a look at it right now. You can see a recreation of this pattern here and a break to the upside. It's a little similar to what we're seeing. A little bit here. We'll show you a fractal that may or may not play. I haven't taken a deep dive and I haven't done the fractal before. I'm doing a live stream fractal. Meaning, was this the rising wedge that then is going to break up? It could be. It's interesting. And you guys don't see what I'm showing you, but I'll show you in a second. You know, could have been this thing. And we broke down hard, but are we going to just kind of make our way on out? Or is this it too here? See that? Not a perfect uptrend, but we're going in an uptrend. Hill, second hill, hill, hill. And then boom, break down, consolidate, break down again, and then we're out of the pattern. Just something to consider in that bullish divergence on the weekly time frame as well. All right. FTT holding everything, watching Bitcoin very, very closely. Everything watching Bitcoin extremely closely. And, you know, some might even call it, I don't want to go as far to call this a descending triangle. I think some people want to do that. I would say, hey, it's possible. I mean, you could even do something like this and negate those nasty candles there, but I don't know. To me, no way. To me, clear uptrend, right? Lower, higher low. That's a low. That's a higher low. Uptrend. Hold the trend. We do see, you know, there is a nasty trend to the downside on the top. FTT. But oversold on that daily, guys. It's a good sign at least, you know. 4 hours getting some momentum. 1 hours need a reset on a lot of time frames. So that tells us that tonight into the morning, we should see some downside or sideways action. So it's sideways or downside till tomorrow at like the open of the Dow Jones. And then we could see some fireworks, man. I'm telling you, there seems to be some brewing fireworks coming in the market. He zooms out and looks at the bigger picture, and we still look good to hit an all-time high by December. Oh, yeah. Futures expire as well. Yeah. Yeah, we still look good. I still think we look great to hit an all-time high. You know, well, yeah, it's definitely by December for sure, without a doubt. So Bitcoin, man, do your thing, baby. Stay in this channel. So if you guys want to track Bitcoin, simply put it in this channel. It's either going to stay in it, break to the downside hard, or break up. If it starts to break up, that's a bullish sign. That can start the bullishness into the week. So watch your Bitcoin right here, just like so. Recreate this chart. Go to the 1 hour chart. Find your price action. Encapsulate it inside of these two trend lines. And then just, you know, have it up on a screen while you're doing something else. And you can check on it. And this is really how you can track Bitcoin on your own. Very easily. Yeah, if you guys want to be calmed down, I can calm you down as well. You want to see some like insane charts? I'll show you something pretty crazy. Shout out to Jose Patricio for giving me the knowledge and the skills to make these charts. For I learn just like you guys every single day, and I seek out people to teach me every single day. Hey, I would not be a good teacher if I wasn't always also seeking good teachers at all times. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the logarithmic chart. Right? In the pi cycle. And I could show you Bitcoin's entire life since its inception. Okay? On the weekly time frame. We'll take off the stock to flow for right now. But this is Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. And I've done this chart already. A lot of people don't realize I made this chart. I did a great video about this, and you can check it out. It's in my YouTube videos, and I break down Bitcoin, and I show you this chart. So I've done this a few times already on the channel, probably about 5 or 6. Bitcoin starts at a penny, booms on out. It gets halved in 2010 because the halvings were only every 2 years once the blocks were smaller. The halving occurs, we pump hard. Bitcoin then falls back down, gets its second halving in 2012, May of 2012. Starts to accumulate, and then boom, breaks up to a false pi cycle top. When these two green lines, this green and red line cross, it's a pi cycle top. Bitcoin does have an issue. loves having a little bit of an issue with this blue line. We came to the blue line here, rejected. Came to the blue line here, rejected. You can see this blue line always becomes a little bit of resistance and support for Bitcoin. We got really close right there. Just the candle kind of had a little bit of issue. We got through it, though. We got rejected right here when we tried to get through it. Blue line 3 times. We get here, we break below the blue line, try to break above it. We can't. We fall into bearish times. This is the run up to about 1,400. Bitcoin went from $9 down here to $1,400. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Never mind, back here, it was $2 on November 14th of 2011. Bitcoin was $2. Can you believe what I'm saying right now? Bitcoin was $2, man, in 2011. $2, guys. Sounds like she's saying dollars, which is weird, right? $2. All right. Had an all-time high somewhere at about, what here, 1,400, 1,300. I practice a lot, TA with Jose. Multiple coins. Helps improve skills and broadens the vision. I got in at 10 cents. Tom Reed. If you got in at 10 cents, you might be the OG here. I think it'll go either up or down, but it will definitely go from left to right. And this guy's ridiculous. So check it out. Then it came back down here, and it would get halved again in 2016 when it was only $300. This is when I first started getting emails to buy Bitcoin. Right around here. Bitcoin's 300, Bitcoin's 500, Bitcoin's 600, Bitcoin's $700, and it continued to go up and up and up and up. I would have 40x my money from December of 2016, January area, all the way up to December. So it's taken about a year to do a nice 40x on Bitcoin from 500 all the way to 20K, right? But Bitcoin would then crash again, all the way down those 2 times, have a halving again here in May of 2020, and then get resided into the move. We get a pi cycle top here, which indicates a false top, very similar to 2013. That's what everyone keeps talking about. But now we're below that blue line. And we know, I showed you what happens when we try to get above that blue line. That's also been the resistance area that we've been fighting. A lot of people don't even know how to find it or talk about it or how to interpolate this chart. Again, look, we tried to get through the blue line here, rejection. Look, we got close to the blue line note. We got there, rejection, broke above it, support off the blue line. Right there, we had issues, came back below the blue line. Right there, we tried to break, got rejected. So check it out. This is Bitcoin, all right? And I don't think it's done yet. Even if it comes back down to retest this previous high, which that would put it back at like 13,000. It would make it fall. At 13,000, it would fall out of the chart, which is only done on lows during halving areas. It would be very unlikely. Only near halvings have we been anywhere near the lows. It would be the first time Bitcoin broke a low without a halving, without it being close to a halving, right? Next halving is 2024. It's going to happen faster than we realize, right? Now, so how do you play Bitcoin? Well, it's pretty simple to me. You accumulate in the green and you scale out in the red. If you ever sell at all. I don't personally like to sell, even not too much. I sell all the altcoins, scale in and out of different things. You might want to take some profits, to buy back in. That's the only reason I would sell Bitcoin, to buy more. That's it. So it would be an anomaly if we have a bear market now. It would be an anomaly to this chart in Bitcoin's entire life cycle. It would be an anomaly. I think we had a false pi cycle bottom right here, like we're having. We never enter I don't think we enter the green zone. All right, we get really close to the green zone, but we do not enter it. That would be 24K. If we entered the green zone, that would be 22.5. We've never entered the green zone. Even after a false pi cycle top there, after a halving. See, like we have a halving here. We bust out of the green zone. We never go back into the green zone until we reach our top. Okay. Now we bring on the stock to flow ratio here, which is this gray line. And it's usually tells you exactly where Bitcoin's going to go based on how many wallets, how much on-chain data, how much mining's going on, and it takes into account the price with the amount of wallets and the amount of people, the amount of chain data that's going on. And it gives you an idea of the stock to flow. And right here, it said Bitcoin was going to go up to as high as 346. It would come up and then dump down. It's usually pretty good at where it's going to average out somewhere, right? Low is 221, high was 1200. Add that 1400, medium was 700. It was a little off. Right there, the high. Yeah, but right here, it says you'll hit 822 or 796. And that's about the medium of that run, right? Again, it said you were going to get to a high here of about 11,000. We would go to the high of 20K here, all right? Here it said we would get to a high of about 362. We would overshoot that very well. Here he said we would get to a high before the cycle at about 4, and we would get all the way to about $33. So you can see we always overshoot the pi cycle, the stock to flow ratio here on the pi cycle chart. Now, the pi cycle stock to flow, stock to flow here is $136,000. We always overshoot it, thinking Bitcoin gets above it by and if we take this same distance, which has been pretty much the same the last two times in a row. So this is interesting. Look, I go from here to here, right? Bear with me here. I go from here to here again. It's about the same distance, even on the logarithmic chart here. I do the same thing and swing it up, and I get about a $213, possibly $220,000 Bitcoin. So based off pure logic alone, everything that I've seen, it says we should be having some trouble here at the blue line. So when we get back above to what, 50K, it looks like 50K will have a bit of an issue. 3, 4, 5 weeks from now, 50K looks like we'll get a little bit of a rejection, but we should have strong support now, built in at 38 and 40K, which we can bounce and begin to make a move, and then we'll blast through 50K like we never needed to worry about it. And Bitcoin will be on its way up to, I think, see, what I love about this correction, right, is if we didn't have the correction, we were going to get really close to here without, and then we were going to have a major correction to get to some crazy high here. But now we had our correction down. I'd like to see us get up to the 50K region. Rejected again. Maybe not as low as 40K, but if we hit 40K, yes, up, and then look, that pi cycle top, $680,000 by June 2024. Okay. Now, I think it's more realistic. It's something more in this region here. Somewhere between 215 and 360. I can't call it at the end of this cycle. I'm not going to go I'm not going to put it past Bitcoin to go to a chance of possibly, 500K. Like, I'm not going to say that's not possible. I'm just realistic. 215, 360, and I know that's a broad range, but I'm working with everything I can here to make these type of predictions, and it's Bitcoin, man. But I know, if everything goes as planned, 136K will be peanuts for Bitcoin, and definitely will not be the top for Bitcoin at 136K. All right. Okay. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream, all the fathers out there. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I appreciate you. No Father's Day super chat love though. I had to do it. Someone said, I bought Jeju Doge. Now I like that. At 16, when you said to jump on. The next day I tuned in and you sold. Now Jeju dead. Why'd you do me like that, bro? Honestly, you got to do whatever you feel. And honestly, 2 weeks from now, Jeju Doge could pump hard. And you might actually wish you never said what you just said. So you got to give it some time and some patience. We can come back to this and recycle this and see what happens. Only you and you will know, my friend. Only you and you will know when the right time to sell your own bags are. You can't be asked to handhold, and you can't blame someone for not holding your hand. If you're blaming someone for holding your hand, then you may have a bit of an issue. Wow, this thing dumped and then pumped really hard. Black hole. Supermassive black hole, though. That's what we're looking at. Supermassive black hole. Is that still black hole? It's getting crazy with these things. Only mess I made. I don't blame you, brother. I hope so. I hope so. It's all good though. If you weren't messing with me, it happens, man. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? I don't expect anyone to be perfect. I've not been perfect in my life. I've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. So look, a whale on BitMEX just closed his Bitcoin short recently. Tells you something funky's going on. A lot of guys don't want to short too hard either. And let's go to WhaleBot Wrecked on the market, and we'll show you what's going on here. WhaleBot Wrecked. WhaleBot Sniper, WhaleBot Wrecked. Both of them viable. So right here on WhaleBot Sniper, showing you what's going down. Unusual selling activity for Lena, 2.4 Bitcoin. Unusual buying activity for NJ. And a new cipher seems to be having some whale action. GTC, unusual buying activity, 3.38 Bitcoins. And then we'll take a look at NBS, unusual buying activity. HBAR, unusual selling. Auto, unusual selling. RSR, unusual buying opportunity on RSR. Let's take a look at RSR. We'll take a look at NBS. Okay, and we'll take a look at GTC. All right? I'm on it. This is, it's telling you what's going down in the market. You want to take a look. Let's take a look at WhaleBot Wrecked. I want to see who's getting wrecked in the market. Liquidated long on Bitcoin at 35.2. Liquidated long at 35.15. Liquidated short on ETH at 2.2. Liquidated long on XRP at 75. Liquidated long on 75. Liquidated long on ETH. Liquidated long on Bitcoin at 35,000. So Bitcoin dropping. Looks like we're headed for 34K as we see it on the live stream. Liquidated short on ETH. Liquidated short. So they're looking in the longs, liquidated in the shorts. They're getting everybody, guys. They're eating you guys alive if you were trying to leverage trade out of this. They are eating you guys alive. Be careful out there, man. It is a shady, shady world out there. Supermassive black hole. Supermassive black hole. Where are you? It might be on PooCoin. Black hole. Select a currency. BUSD. How about that? Okay, I'm trying to find out what happened to the super black hole. Okay? We're going to get into it right now and see. Tanked on us, right? Definitely did, man. Shite coins. Stay away from shite coins. New cipher and keep merging. Can you look at HBAR so far just by holding it? I got a lot of free black hole so far just by holding it. Only mess it made. I don't blame you, brother. I hope so. XLM. Let's see what's going on right now. So that was one of the most informational things I've ever given on a live stream, honestly. Like, newbies really just like this is worth a lot of, this is worth gold, man, what I just gave you guys right now on the live. You can do wonders with the chart I just gave you. And it really sets things into motion for you to think about what's going on with Bitcoin. All right, so you don't get too crazy. You got to zoom out, look at the big picture. Kia's news, YFDI listed on KuCoin. I'm looking into Oxen. YFDI listed on KuCoin, eh? We may end up winning after all in that coin. Taking such a dump, though. I still can't believe it. I can't believe it. I bought it at $1,500. It went all the way to $9,000. $5 million market cap. Look, $4,000 circulating supply. It's got the smallest 21,000 coins in total. 21,000 coins, that's it. That's it. And you can stake it and get good returns as well. Anyone else invested in Buddha a couple days ago made me depressed every time I look at that chart. Nah, we didn't touch Buddha, thank gosh. Might hop in there shortly after the stream if people want to join. In the Discord. Like to watch the video content always. What a weirdo. Okay, so YF Let's see what is trending here on CoinGecko. Popular coins: Bitcoin SV, Frax, Electronium. Remember Electronium? I still own Electronium. If KuCoin can get it together, or Cryptopia, and give us our coins back, I still own Electronium. $125 million market cap. Something to look at. It's on a 246 too. It's up. It's like pretty high up in the coins. Interesting. Can we look at BTC? We already looked at BTC. You want to look at it again? Is it dumping? It probably is dumping. And on to Bitcoin. And on to Bitcoin. Guys, if you know anyone that needs a voiceover, I want to start doing voiceovers all the time. Come to IKEA. No, come to Lexus of Andover. Right? Come to Lexus of Norwood. Luxury at its finest. Leases starting at $600, $800, and $2,000 a month. Wait, I only want that one that I got, Buddha. I thought more people got it from the group. Doe. No one, it wasn't a call. Like, we never bought it. We were just looking at it. If you call that getting it from the group, I guess it's viable. But I feel bad. And that's not the intentions. Swing up to swing up her. Swing down to swing down her. On the weekly chart. That tells you that you got bullish divergence, my friends. And that tells you that this KK would go up to the top, my friends. And it also tells you that we got a beautiful coming as we're oversold in double bottom on that weekly there for cake. Might be a nice time to jump into some cake on that weekly chart. Let's take a look at the 3-day for cake. 3-day is also extremely oversold. And same thing kind of going here telling you that we have some extreme bullish divergence. Hidden bullish. We got ourselves some hidden bullish divergence. My, oh my, we do. Right there, swing up to swing up on that hill. Swing down to swing down on that RSI. When we look at that price and we look at that RSI, it tells us that we going on up to the upside, my friends. So, cake on the 3-day tells me that it is time soon to get into some cake. What's your cake on Celsius? You also see a rising wedge. Shout out to Wrenchy T. Did you say you sold HUP for Buddha the other day, Lifer? I didn't think I bought into Buddha, though. I just sold HUP. I thought maybe I would buy Buddha. I never bought Buddha coin. I don't believe I bought Buddha coin. You know, you never know. I'll be honest, I don't want to lie. You never know on the channel. But 3-day on CHR, on Seller, looks really nice right now. Seller looking really nice. Yo, the 3-day, guys, go to that 3-day and just look for winners. Cake looking really good. Last time you got cake on the 3-day, you would have bought it here at $10, and you would have rode it all the way to $45. Cake is oversold here on the 3-day chart. Tells you it's time to get in right now. I mean, had you done it last time, that 3-day chart would have sold you would have set you so straight. Would have taken you 54 days, 18 bars to make a hefty 286% on your gains. Cake from 10 all the way. I mean, it seems like even more, like a 4x, because we're talking a $9 cake, $9.40, all the way up to a $44. This says 286%, but I guess it's not like computing the whole move, but staking the hell out of cake. You got it, man. Can you please do pawn? Didn't you say you sold HUP for Buddha? I will do, you guys, not one super chat tonight. It'll be the first night I don't get a super chat in a long time. Damn. Hey, it is what it is, though. It's Father's Day, right? Shiza. Can you please take a look at pawn? I'll look at pawn, possibly. I didn't buy Buddha. Thank God. Maddie, who knows? So, cake, man, I'm just telling you, man, high or low right there. If you take, pump down, pump up. But, and now you can look at this on, a Fibonacci idea. Obviously, we had our first pull down, but I just want to see it is from the all-time high. I mean, in the golden pocket right there, if you brought this up to that up and the downside, if you brought it from the previous pump, it's in the 886 retracement, but it's still not too bad. Still not too bad. That is strong bullish divergence if I ever seen it. I want to move this fib, but it just won't let me. That's annoying. Okay, but cake is looking nice to me on the 3-day, guys. And I just pointing out the last time you bought cake here on the 3-day. Let's look at that daily chart. Cake getting oversold on the daily. Double bottoming here on the 886. Showing signs that it wants to pump. I'm showing signs that this market is ready to take a rip. 200-day moving average bouncing off the bottom of the pattern there. Okay. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. 4-hour doesn't look too great. 4 hours oversold. All right. And potentially coming to the downside. So, yes, bigger time frames look gravy. These are the accumulation zones. But we may even see a lower cake back down to 13 and even the $9 one more time, $9.76. And it's getting in on that delicious cake. Great BTC analysis. I'm new to your channel. Great altcoin analysis. And TA2. Appreciate you, bro. Happy Father's Day. Shout out to Scott. Shout out to Scott Vanderpool for the $5 super chat. Much respect to you, Scott. Much respect to you. Can we chat tomorrow? Want to talk about some upcoming projects? Yes, we can. Yeah, getting on that delicious cake. Staking the hell out of cake. You got to stake that cake. You got to stake that cake. Let's see if there was any winners today in my group of charts. DAG, still pumping. DAG up. USDT, Constellation, starting to make a bit of a pump. Interesting. Could this be the beginning of a move? It is breaking a trend line. Starting to break on out. Honestly, this is the pattern that a lot of other coins are in. I like to see them when a coin's in a lot of pattern that others are in. It starts to break out hard. It just broke above the 200. I'll give you a hint for a nice trade. Watch for this to close and even bounce off the 200-day moving average. That would be a great indication to long. Long to where? Well, once you're above the 200, look for the next support and resistance line. So let's take a look. Number one, you can put your stop loss, I guess, in the pattern. You never know. I would look for this previous regions of support and resistance. And I'd swing myself right below it there, right there. Maybe even one more lower. Get that double, 6.6%. What could we gain? Well, previous resistance should be the first target. %, risk 6 to 9. That's a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. It's a nice risk reward ratio. Look for this to hold above the 200. If it does, it could begin to pump pretty hard. You know, you want to see the last time it fought with the 200 on a beginning of a move, and it was right around here. So look. So price was bullish, bearish. We were falling down. Everyone's like, oh, we're dropping. The whole market sucks. It broke above the 200. It would fall below it, break above it again, fall below it, and then it would have its time in the sun. And then look, if you would got in once it broke above the 200, look, you would have been able to ride this puppy. And you could have ridden it all the way, until it decided to play with the 200 again. Right around here, you might have sold. And you would have sold pretty close to the top considering how long you rode the gosh damn thing. So here you go again. How long can we fight with the 200-day? But that's just something to, you want to backtest all your theories. You want to make sure you're looking at everything you're looking at in the past. So you can have something to stand on, right? You have a ground to stand on. Okay? Kin BTC starting to make a bit of a move. XRP down up. DNT. Wing BTC. Wing BTC, on the 4-hour, it's forming a bit of a cup and handle here. Let's take a look at this. It's also in a pennant. It's also oversold on the 4-hour. This trade looks pretty cool. Wing BTC. So watch this trade. Looks like it could be running out of room here. Forming a bit of a pennant. Wing BTC. Now, I wouldn't be in it too long. Altcoin trading is high risk right now. High risk right now. But this is the idea. Oversold in that 4 hour. It looks like it's ready to rock. So, long position right there. Bam. Stop loss beneath the previous low if you can. 11%. Try to gain 63. 6 to 1, 5 to 1, 6 to 1 risk reward ratio. I like it. Wings BTC on the 4 hour. Okay. Wings BTC on the 4 hour. That's going to be on Bittrex. But I believe you can also get Wings. Oh, no, it's going to be on Bittrex. Okay. A U.S. exchange. But they have an international. Okay. Front still holding its own. Got a little bit of a pump off of 6 back to 80. Wow. Isn't that crazy? So oversold bounces all around. Seeing a bit of a pump right now in some of these coins. Link down at the bottom. Up 5%. So Link down a little bit. Troy BTC. It's a trade we've been looking at back in the buy zone. Right? Get it while it's hot. It's in a bit of a cup and handle as well. Look at that. No reason this thing shouldn't heat up and break to the upside. Troy BTC. RSR. You can see another thing that has some unusual buying activity was RSR. And not much action still in this. It's got to break that. Once RSR breaks that, look for it to get to new levels. You could see a nice pump. So let's see the pump if we can break the resistance line. 59% gains at the best. You might only get half. So, you know, high risk trading. MTV Multivac on my radar. Look at that. This broke that resistance line we're talked about, right? I said if it gets in the resistance line, boom. And this thing continuously pumping. Up 130% for Multivac. Woo! Multivac doing its thing, man. Multivac. Unbelievable. MTV. I hold Multivac and I'm happy I still hold it right now. 521. This will moon. Don't play yourselves. One day Multivac will moon. This is me talking about it here a little earlier, but and I'm saying accumulate in the zone, the 0.07, you know. It would eventually kind of, I think, even dump more from there. Honestly, let's see how much more. Because this was like, you know, before we saw a lot of action. Yeah, we didn't get the major dump yet, the huge wick. Look at that. That must have been like right there, and then bam. It's back in the accumulation zone, which is interesting. But it made a giant cup. All right. So, guys, there's still gains to be had. How long does this take to make 130% gains? That's the 4 hour. It took a week. It took a week. And look, once it started to pump, and look, it looks just like the trade we just showed you, Wing. Wing looked a lot like this. Had a bit of a bull pennant hanging out and then breakout. Might be time to take some profits if you're in the trade. Look, I mean, that's the measured move. You want to sell measured moves or close to them. And then you want to buy back after you hit the 21 day and accumulate again. That's the idea. USDT giving me Bernie Madoff vibes. Nah, come on, man. Can you look at some Bitcoin? Hey, Lifer, Phantom is 3 for $1. Unbelievable, man. Right? Isn't that crazy? Nano currency. I've been talking about this fund over and over again. I really like this idea here. This fund unification. It's in a bit of a cup and handle here. I've been going over this coin over and over again. It really hasn't dropped a lot compared to other coins. Running out of room, starting to break out. We're seeing a cross of the 21 of the 200-day. 178% gains out of fund. It's on my radar, man. SRK. Want to see if it can break that level. If it can, it could get high, but it never could. So we'll see, man. Things are down, though. Ferrum Network, one of the best projects on the lowest of the lows. Look at that. That's a double bottom there for sure. A giant double bottom for Ferrum Network. Never thought we'd see it this low. Lower than the initial buy-in there at 24 cents. Okay. NBS. All right, one of those coins that had unusual buying activity. Not too great. DSLA still just underperforming the market horribly. Let's take a look at our buddy Strong. Strong blocks. If it's below 139, if it's above 150, good. Okay, it's holding. Had its pump coming back down, but it's holding support at 140, 142. Pump back up to 148. Needs to hold the support zone. Really important. Rounded top's not a good idea, though. I don't like seeing that. Coming back for a retest, that's possible, and then breaking on out. Look, rejection, rejection. That should be resistance. So, I mean, that should be support. So, previous resistance. Should be new support here at 149. We suggested getting into the trade about 133, 139 area. So far, so good. It did go to where? It hit a high of 166. All right. Okay. MTV Multivac, man. Unbelievable. All right, I want to take a look at Waves. Waves tends to outperform the market. It tends to be ahead of other coins. Now you can see it's in a bit of a cup and handle down here on the 4 hour. Okay. Starting to break on out too. You got no Waves at 16. It's already at 17. Starting to make a bit of a move. Red candle in the USDT pair. Makes sense, right? We're getting overbought. Wait for the 4 hour to reset, but I just want to watch Waves. Keep it on your radar. Last few times, it was one of the first coins to pump before other coins. So, just something to think about. 1 inch holding at $3. Kind of doing what I thought it was going to do. Just a little broader of a triangle, but doing the same things. And I can see it breaking on out. 1 inch, baby. Doing its thing. I have sinuses really bad at the moment. Can't you hear my nose? Yeah. If you are, yeah. I'm always high on life. Always. I don't need any substance to be high, man. I can be high on life. Truly. Truly. I'm not adverse to an ayahuasca or, some lightning spiritual trip using some herbals. But for the most part, I'm about just being clean and sober as much as you can. I'm offended that you would even say something like that. I might actually just kick you out of the show completely. No, I'm just joking. But legendary. I do not think Bitcoin will go down below 28,000, 30K. I also believe you will see an all-time high August or September, possibly 100K by January 1st. Tom Jones. Thank you, Tommy. Ayahuasca is the most interesting experience. Ranjit. That's pretty cool, man. For sure, eye-opening. Sushi swap is up. That's awesome, man. I love my sushi, baby. Let's take a look at sushi in a second, too. So look at FET, man. FET bottomed at 24. I'm getting a feeling it's time to kind of go shopping. I never felt that feeling before. I feel like it's time to go shopping for these alts, man. I really do. I think you want some Theta today. Let's take a look at Theta with the mainnet coming out on the 30th. Theta. Hey, everyone. How is everyone? How are you, Lever? Shout out to Shannon Linton. Shanna Linton. Bitcoin Moon Boys. I'm offended. You said that. Right? You should be. Okay, so take a look. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. Get it? I don't think you get it, but maybe you do. You should be. I don't know. It may be way over your You know what I'm saying. Anyway, so theta. Let's take a look at theta right now. You want to draw a trend line, number one, which we seem to be hitting right there, and right there. So some trend action there. You can almost say that's the pattern, right? Like that. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, we got a nice trend line coming up here too. And we've been respecting it greatly. And we're right near the end. And we're running out of room. To me, that's a beautiful bull pennant. And it's also a bit of an ascending triangle. See that? So we break this trend line. We're gone. We're in the ascending triangle. We're good. Here's the trade for theta. Open up a long. Bam. When? Take a look at that 1 hour. When the 1 hour is back to oversold. So wait for the 1 hour to keep coming. I'll extend this down. I think you might come down a little more. 7, 8. And then theta is going to be a buy right there. And boom. Hello. So give it a few hours for theta to come back down on the buy zone. Maybe 4, 5, 6 hours. And then I would open up a trade as close to the bottom of the trend line here as I can. Possible idea is at about 792, 793. You might want some limit orders for that. Because you might not be able to catch them or you might be asleep. Stop loss, 7%. Anything below, I think 720, 730. If you want to be a little safer, you could go even lower. 690. I think 690 is going to be a safe positional strength place to be at. And then at least back to all-time high there on the right, is 15. I mean, that's 100% gains. So just something to show you, I believe, in your waiting, the idea is you're waiting for theta to come back down and then making a play on it. All right, T-Fuel. Let's take a look at T-Fuel. 58, holding 58 strong. But it was at, 61. Came back down, got sold off. Wow, look at T-Fuel. Was supposed to pump hard. Would have hit the stop loss. Nice. Bang. Goodbye, right there. Trade that did not work out. It came back into the pattern, though. Interesting, right? Interesting. T-Fuel, man. That's why it's been treacherous trading. I'm telling you right now. Treacherous. Lifer, happy Father's Day. You like Safe Moon? I do. I got some Safe Moon. I have not sold it. Continuously holding my Safe Moon safely. Not worried about it at all. Not worried about me Safe Moon. It's gonna get me safely to the moon, man. But of course, brother. Multivac up 32% today. 27% on District. Populous up 19%. Constellation up. Hero Coin hard up 12%. Knowles. Some green coming into the market right now. Not too much, but some. But of course, a little bit of green. So I'm in a T-Fuel trade that just has been lingering, man. It's been lingering for a while now. And it's still, and I want to add to it, but I'm just like, eh. And there it is right here. Stop loss at 50. So, it went to 52. So far my stop loss is holding strong at 50. Right? $139 on 2,500. And I've been in the trade for, look, this is how bad the trade's been. It's been 3 days. And I could have taken gains a few times, but they wouldn't have been that great. Right? So, you got to let it ride. I watched your video explaining resistance levels and how to use the bars pattern tool. I didn't know where that was, and I looked for quite some time now. So thank you. Comparing previous patterns with the new ones. Yeah, man. It's key, right? It's pretty interesting. Total 2 dominance. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. As the music changes and the mood moves, we take a look at Bitcoin dominance. So right now, off the bat, 1 hour, I don't like it because it's flagging. Altcoins do not move well when Bitcoin dominance moves well. And this tells me Bitcoin dominance wants to get busy. I mean, whenever you see that, it's getting ready for Bitcoin to either make a big pump or the whole market to get shaken up a little bit. Bitcoin dominance getting ready to pump. So guys, get ready for some volatility for these altcoins. I'm telling you right now. Because if this plays out, that'll pump hard back up to 49. All right, let's look at the bigger time frame. The daily time frame for Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Bitcoin dominance. Bottomed up. So it's double bottomed here at about 34. Came down again to 40. We got super awesomely lucky with that alt run, man. What an alt run we had. Unbelievable alt run, man. Now look, a bit of a shoulder, head and shoulder. Not really too good. Kind of came up. I formed this little pennant. Can we break out of it to the upside? The daily's overbought, thank goodness. So looks like we're going to come back down. And as long as we don't put a higher high in right here at 46, we're bearish. So bearish on dominance if we can't put a higher high in a 46. We do, then it's, you know, it's really, as long as we stay below 60, we're still bearish too, because that would be, we'd have to get above that level. And there's not much really left in the middle. Right here, we have to go with this line right there. I'm taking it from right here on the left, and we're a little bit of a group action right there, and something right there. Okay? And right about there. So levels to watch for dominance. If it can break up, I'd like to see it get rejected by 50. We don't want to see dominance break 50. It breaks 50, starts playing with 50 and 53. It breaks 53, it starts playing with 56, and so on and so forth. So that's your dominance update for Bitcoin. Let's look at it on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. What do we see happening? 1 hour has some momentum. So it looks like it's going to, the alts are going to be hard to trade. Dominance isn't going to be easy for the alts. It's going sideways for the last few hours, but not going down as well too. So threatening the idea that it could go up is enough to play with the altcoins. Comparing previous patterns with the new ones, yeah. Now we go to that 4 hour. We're coming down, oversold, and getting some momentum too, telling us, dominance wants to pump, guys. I'm seeing some signs, and that's not good for the altcoins. So I'm just putting that out there. Dominance does not look good. You may want to get into some shorts. Let's take a look at the 1 hour for LTC down. Link is a nice one to short when the market goes dump down. Link is just a nice one that gives you some gains. They're nice 53% gains on the last one, right? Now we're holding this high. We're bouncing on up. I don't like the market structure of this chart. And to me, it's almost like a bearish retest of this diagonal trend line. See that? So dot down was a good play down here, though, on the 15th of June. Boom. Still in a bit of an uptrend. XRP down. Extremely oversold in that 1 hour, ready to rock. So watch XRP down here. Gets above this level, it's going to pump pretty hard, I think. At least to here and then there. Don't make your trades too long in these down tokens. You only want to hold them for a day, 2 days, 3, 4, 5 days is the highest you ever want to hold one of these, in my opinion. I've done it. It's just all you want. 10% gains, Someone asked for H-bar. I'm going to get out of here in about 10 minutes, guys. It is 11:39, 2 hour show. So H-bar negated. It got my inverse head and shoulder halfway. Hit resistance and dumped. See that? Continuously falling at 18 cents. Holding some support here. Everything is dependent on Bitcoin. It's almost pointless to even do this. This one, I mean, they're all dependent on what Bitcoin's going to do. There'll be a few sleeper cells that get to do whatever they want here and there, but for the most part, it's all, they either look just like Bitcoin or it's all about Bitcoin. Doge at 26, massive dump. Cup and handle did not play out. But look, shoulder, head and shoulder that should start dumping. So I kind of showed you there was a giant head and shoulder for Doge. All the way back down here to 6 cents. Possibilities. Let's take a look at Celsius. Someone had asked about Celsius. Thank you for the super chat, man. The lone super chat. You're the man, dude. It means even more to me now than ever. Try it up. Celsius, Bittrex. Even Celsius kind of starting to make a fall, which was supposed to be impervious. But when dominance looks like it's going to pump like that, be careful. There was a big update on Fetch. I don't know why I still feel like it's going to 10 to 15 cents though. I get the chance. Could you pull it up? I'm still waiting to buy my bag back. We just went over Fetch though for like a good 10 minutes. You could look back in the stream. We didn't go like 100. Yeah, we looked at it pretty closely though. Sorry. T-Fuel, man. Still kind of pumping. Wants 59 now. A good crypto YouTuber, but a great father. Happy Father's Day, my dude. Robbie G, man. Happy Father's Day, Michelle Moody. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys so much. All right, guys. I'm out of here for the day, for the night. But, yeah, I did. Just go to the back channel. You'll find it. It was like 5 minutes ago. It wasn't long ago either. So you'll catch it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here as we went over Bitcoin's weekly candle close. Gave you a possible idea for Bitcoin on the daily candles. Looked at a smaller time frame. And looked at some other coins that I believe are hot right now and are looking very, very good for the summer. Is it time to tether up? I believe you may want to tether half your coins up. Not all of them, but half of them. You don't want to be caught with no tether. If you have no tether right now, not a good idea. You need to have something. Not tether, stablecoin, BUSD, something. Make sure you use a stable coin. I don't want to tell you to like panic sell your coins, but do have, you don't have to sell all your bags, but you should sell like enough to have some firepower in case we go lower. You're going to be one of the biggest on YouTube, bro. Keep at it. You the man, Michael Oline. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. Crypto Dingo, thank you so much, man. Respect you, Crypto Dingo. Respect you so much. Ranjit Wrangler, what about the whole Tether FUD? I don't listen to Tether FUD, man. They've been doing Tether FUD for years now. It is what it is. At the end of every live stream, if you're new, we say 1, 2, 3, crypto is life. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate each and every one of you. Without you guys, I could not be here. So respect to each and every one of you guys. Thank you for throwing a tip in my jar. Keeping me going, keeping me liquefied. Should I buy Adamatic Ripple for 5-year investment? I believe that would be an amazing idea. I'm doing that. You do whatever you want. I'm doing that. Again, none of this is financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. But I am doing that. I'm holding Ada, Ripple, and Matic for probably about 5 years. Ada definitely for 5 years. At the end of every live stream, we say 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. And then I hit the big red and the stream button. So guys, if you're ready, if you are willing, if you are able, shout out to all the super chats out there. Appreciate you. Shout out to everyone that liked the stream. Shout out to everyone that watched the stream. Shout out to everyone that supports the lifer. 10K is so close. 9,990, 940 subscribers, 60 more people. Share this with your friends and family. Let them know. Let them know. All right, guys. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life.